News 46 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, a structure fire is reported on Bourbon Street. Several individuals graduate in the Board of County Commissioners' chambers, and wind causes damage throughout the valley. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Friday, March 31st, 2017. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Services and Nye County Sheriff's deputies are working a high-level response structure fire this evening on Bourbon Street. The fire, which has affected the first and second floors of this apartment building on Bourbon Street, has been deemed under control. The building has been evacuated. No injuries have been reported at this time. You can keep up to date on this story on KPVM's Facebook page, which is facebook.com/News 41. We'll have the full story on Monday night's newscast. 8 individuals graduated this morning as part of the Nye County Commissioner and Nye County Sheriff's Office Peace Officer Advisory Review Board Academy graduation.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Detective Sergeant Eisenloffel with the Nye County Sheriff's Office, and welcome to the first ever Peace Officer Review Board Academy graduation for Nye County.
Well, these regular citizens are going to be interviewing folks and giving their recommendations for discipline or no discipline for officers who have been complained against by the public. It gives a second look at what's really going on inside the Sheriff's Office, and I believe that that's going to aid to the transparency that we're all looking for.
I'd really like to thank you for sticking in as long as you had. I know it was a very long process. Pam and I and a few others did a lot of interviewing back, 2014, I believe it was, and that goes back a little ways. Again, we appreciate you for sticking by us and going through the process and learning what it really takes to be a citizen review process.
I've been in Pahrump 24 years, and I like to keep active, so I think this is a good way to keep in touch with the community and the Sheriff's Department and find out what they do, how they do it, and to help as much as possible.
What are you looking forward to most in this?
I think mostly it's a matter of being able to see what kinds of complaints people make about the police officers. I have a pretty good idea, but nevertheless, it'll be interesting to see what's involved and who is involved, and to try and reach some resolutions for either side.
The classes were very thorough, showed us insight on what the officers are up against and how they function and what they have to abide by. Coming from the big city, I'm very impressed with Nye County on putting this on. I could see how a lot of counties would not want this, but I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with Nye County.
I think, quite frankly, the majority of our problems in any law enforcement community is communication, and I think we're helping to deal with that issue. So with that, thank you, and thanks for everybody for coming, and especially thank the board for your time and efforts.
And you just saw there at the end, that's Under Sheriff Brent Moody, who told us today that he is back to work full-time now Michael Eisenloffel was taking over for the undersheriff duties and kind of co-undersheriffing with him at the Nye County Sheriff's Office, and he is back full-time after taking time on a medical leave. The storm for the past 2 days has caused havoc throughout the Southland, with peak winds at 78 miles per hour locally and sustained winds last night in the mid-50s. Some residents are just starting to clean up as the winds are dying down. Lots of damage was reported around the valley because of yesterday's high winds. High winds caused power outages in 4 different communities Thursday afternoon in Valley Electric Association's territory. Power outages were reported in Pahrump, Amargosa Valley, Beatty, and Fish Lake Valley. In Pahrump, more than 2,000 members experienced momentary power blinks, brief power interruptions designed to prevent longer power outages. Approximately 120 members experienced outages lasting longer than a few minutes in Pahrump. Wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour were forecast in Nye County, and all of the outages were wind-related. High winds were forecast for the remainder of the day and into today, with gusts up to 50 miles per hour. The only broadband outages reported were in Fish Lake Valley, but were not extensive or prolonged as the power interruptions. The downed power line, owned by Southern California Edison, was the source of the power outage in Fish Lake Valley. The outage in Fish Lake Valley has affected 434 members for approximately 3 hours Thursday afternoon. In an unrelated incident, Valley Electric crews were also working to replace a snapped power pole in Esmeralda County, though the broken VEA pole was not causing any outages. A pole damaged by the wind was repaired on Blagg Road north of Basin Avenue here in Pahrump for hours last night and into this morning. Weather expert John O'Brien told News 46 that yesterday we had gusts up to 79 miles per hour, approximately 1:37 in the afternoon, sustained winds for 55 miles per hour for over 25 minutes at 6 p.m. last night. The temperature was at 77 degrees until about noon and dropped to 48 degrees by 8 p.m. The low last night was 41 degrees. This morning, the wind was 42 miles per hour, and the average wind speed for 2 o'clock this morning until 8 o'clock this morning was 30 miles per hour. Thanks to John O'Brien for his wind report. Many people in the valley reported damage to their roofs, plants, and other items in their yards. Visibility was at near zero in Amargosa Valley, and we had low visibility here in Pahrump. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. Very funny. Darby put a picture of my tree that broke at the end there. That's Jeff, our tree. And thank you to everybody for submitting those photos to our Facebook page. News 46 will return right after this break.